as Orthodox women, then we bring to mind all the Orthodox saints that are women, the women saints, and especially the Theotokos. And
Who, for anyone who maybe isn't Orthodox who's listening, she is
Mary, the mother of God. Yes, Theotokos means the mother of God or God bearer.
In preparing for this episode, I was thinking a lot about that, how the church, especially Orthodoxy, brings out a lot of masculine and feminine traits and roles. And if you think about it, all these young men are coming into the church right now because they're looking for some sort of belonging or purpose. You know, we have it pretty easy in this world right now as Americans. And so people need something that gives them purpose and drive. And I think they're finding it in Orthodoxy. However, who's the biggest icon in nearly every church that you see when you walk in? It's behind the altar. It's the Theotokos with little Jesus. And I heard a homily from one of our priests, St. Barnabas, I believe, that was saying that's because we as humans, all of humankind, look at her as the ideal of what it is to be Christian. So Jesus was man, but our biggest saint that we look up to and try to emulate in a very human way is the Holy Theotokos. There's nothing oppressive about that. That's beautiful, and that's empowering in a very spiritual, godly way.
Well, and that was something when I was at NYU for my master's degree, it's obviously, NYU is a very secular school.
Right.
And so one of our classes, there was a certain reading assignment. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it was something about like God and religion and, you know, God's a man. And so there was a girl in the class when we were doing the discussion who brought up that, and she's like, yeah, these religions, and they bow to this God who's a man, as if this, you know, this horrible
it's a bad thing.
Yeah. And I didn't even think of it at the time. I remember being frustrated and not knowing how to retort at the time. And then that was afterwards. I thought about the Theotokos. I'm like, it was through her that salvation comes into the world, and through her, yes, like God decided to, you know, his biggest co-creator in the incarnation is a woman, and he chose women in general to be co-creators with him.
The
for
one
every
human
child
that wasn't God, that was part of that, was a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just for us to remember that and to look to her as the standard for womanhood and for humanity.
Listen to the full story now on the Mugs and Mercy YouTube channel or anywhere you find podcasts.